One shot, two shot, no get backs, no one's been shot. Just bare chat, they having talk off. On the net, they talk up. I have no talk, just straight fits for the talkers. I'm on a small talk. One next shot, tell him group up. Slack man's hype man, bro, tell him talk. Slack man's right hand.
You get me, man? See you from court, but you see when you from court, you go in a sweatbox and you start, yeah, free my nigga. They're screaming, free my nigga, free Digga D. And he ain't even got cuffs on, he's been stopped. You lot want anything, man, for the club.
And also 2018 is CBO that was imposed, needing the police's permission for new music releases, prohibiting the use of London postcodes and banning references to real life instances and people in these lyrics. This order significantly impacted Digga D's ability to express himself through music.
As much as people like to...
That's called the ASBO. And you know what? My thoughts on that is, yeah, it made Digga D a better musician. It made him write better. It made him come with better songs. If you look clock on to the days when early Digga D, he was hard, like, why for that? He was a serious MC or rapper, drill artist, whatever you want to call him. You see, once he got that ban and he had to like mind out what he's saying and really wordplay it, he became the Digga D you lot love today. Like, I'm telling you, it's not that Digga D you lot love, the first one that came along, like that first version of him. It's the one that was censored, and he knew how to play with the censorship but also give us what we want. Like that's when I said, you know what, Digga has mastered this shit. Like he's mastered it now. Like that's when every tune I consider a hit.
This negative thing on drill artists, and they talk about how it can cause problems and influence people to do bad things. Like you just mentioned there, I see it as a bunch of kids from the inner city, council estates, wherever it is they've grown up, being able to have a way out.
That's exactly what I think as well, but at the same time I see where they're coming from, like, but there's negativity in everything, in the films, Kill Bill, you get me, American rap, rock and roll, but because it's here and it's in their face, they don't like it, you know what I'm saying?
Do you think that's what it is, because it's a bit close to home?
Of course, but they don't see the positive. Or they don't want to see the positive. People in the UK used to blacklist drill. You get me? Girls will say, I don't listen to drill. All the guys that maybe done grime, or a lot of people say, oh, drill music.
What? Yo, Digga, man. Why you have to mention grime? What did we do? What did we do? You lot are the closest BPM to us. Why are we complaining about you lot? If anything, we're jumping on you lot's tunes. Vice versa. What did we do? You must be talking about specific people. I'm sure that.
They'll be embarrassed to listen to drill or something, you get me?
Digga D wasn't even found with large amounts of weed, but they're alleging that he has this big involvement because of a network on what they see in the music, probably that he's some notorious drug dealer. We see with Nines, he had serious importation charges and didn't even serve a lot of time, but Digga D is sitting behind bars, literally just waiting to go to court right now for a while. Even pleaded guilty, probably frustrated because he pleaded guilty just to get it out the way, and it's been delayed even more. Not to mention with that CBO in March 2020, Digga D had to plead guilty to charges of a violent disorder and breaches of his CBO, resulting in additional jail time. This guy is an already established rapper with over 1 million followers on Instagram, songs that he can live off with passive income now. There was no need for him to get involved in anything. But this seems like a bizarre situation. They just found him with drugs on him. The BBC is the only major outlet I've even seen covering this case, and they say the trial of issue, they say the 24-year-old has admitted social supply of cannabis.
Digga D, real name Reese Herbert. That name sounds familiar. Definitely ain't him though, but I know a Reese Herbert though. Pleaded guilty to drug charges following a police raid at the property in Lincoln in early hours of the 21st February while broadcasting on Instagram Live. The 24-year-old admitted to social supply of cannabis, and prosecutors maintained that they were commercial transactions. So you're claiming to most probably be just handing it to your brethren, smoking it with your brethren, and that you bought it for a party or something. You know, like when you buy a Z, and then you just leave it out in the kitchen and anyone can smoke. That can be classed as like a social supply maybe. But they're trying to say, nah, commercial. You're out there, you're on the roadside selling it to fiends and kitties and baby mothers on a Tuesday after they receive their, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know about that one day. Don't you notice? Every Tuesday, you see bare baby mothers by the cash machine waiting to take out that money. You notice that? You're moving late.
Prosecutors maintained there were commercial transactions, which obviously is a lot more serious charge, but Digga D's lawyer had said there was simply no evidence of any wider criminality committed. They was told that the cannabis that was imported by Digga D was around 3 kilos of cannabis, 6.6 pounds. I mean, Digga D is a very successful rapper, probably a millionaire off music now if he spent his money right, and he probably just stocks up so he hasn't got to continuously buy it off certain people himself. This could have been for personal use, but it just stocked up on a large amount and it's gone down wrong when he's had his house raided. I think what his lawyer wants to get across is that he smokes a lot and gives it to his friends, but he's not out here trying to sell it and be a notorious drug dealer in London. He doesn't need to be doing that. Digga has had loads of shows that he
See it there? Social dealing. I know about social dealing because feds wanted me off the streets at one point, and they was on a thing where, like, fuck it, anything we can grab him for, we're grabbing him. And if anyone knows Roehampton, Southwest London, you know it's a place where it's got cameras facing the most highlighted parts of the estate. Without having to put it another way, if you understand what I'm saying. So I've come out of the shop one time and I have a spliff in my hand, like right now, boom, it's in my mouth right now. Well, I my brother, a spud man, what's going on? One of my brethren, I'm walking out, he's walking in. We start talking, whatnot. Now I tell her like, sorry, vice versa. I'm walking in, he's walking out. I've got the spliff in hand. We start talking, calm down in the shop. I've now handed him the spliff. I've been recalled for supplying. I've been recalled for supplying. They later on dropped the charges, but I've still been held for the recall now. So they've played chess with me. So they knew that I was gonna get held. So they put some charges on me that are gonna get dropped because some dead charges. Black. I've handed man less than this.
You see, y'all got drenched. Man, watching left.
Less than this, I handed to a man. Like, you know, the last 2-3 months, dash him. I handed man that. Supply. They can't recall me for supply. When they recall me for supply, I'm thinking, what the fuck? I'm thinking I'm gonna catch a next bird, whatnot. Cause allegedly man was out there, innit? So when I got to the station now and they're telling me this, that, social, I kinda, okay. Like my solicitor, patented it, 28 days in jail, come back out, you get me first recall. Yeah, man.
Missed out on and had to cancel big festivals that would have netted him a lot of money, and his management said, management here, Digga has a message for his fans. I'm really sorry I'm not good to be with you at Reading and Leeds Festival this year. We had hoped that it had been possible, but it hasn't. I need to deal with this situation I'm in, and I promise you, once it's behind me, I'll be making up the lost time. A rapper that's in an even more wild situation right now is Little Durk from America. I made a video about that yesterday.
Yeah, man. So what happened to Digga D? I guess the answer is he didn't use his time wisely. He still involved himself too much where he didn't need to involve himself, when he should have just distanced himself a little bit. I'm not saying leave anything behind. I'm not giving anyone no advice. I'm just saying what I would have done. Distance yourself a little bit. Try and make yourself not as known to be around certain people. Like, don't need to be on the social media and stuff with them too much. Like, if they're your guys behind closed doors, no homo, you know what I mean. And just live accordingly to the person you say you are. Live accordingly. You can't be this guy and on so many drills and this, that and the other, and you've done this and you've done that, but it is out there so blatant that it don't make sense. And people, like, comment and subscribe, but in the comments I'd like you to tell me, how did they know to go there? Like, did they go there for drugs? Like, what was he doing on his live that made them go there? Because they knew he was on live, so they was watching his live. The Fed was watching the live. Don't let that go over your head. You listening until the next one. This has been your boy. Come on, I'm out.